Been a long time since I've been live, man. What's up, everybody, man? Yo, the Gemini is back. It's been a rough couple of months, my people. But, you know, the real ones always find a way to rise to the top, man. Now, a lot has been going on in America, man. A lot has been going on in the foundational Black American community. A lot has been going on just in the politics of the country, man. And guess who has a starring role in it? Again, always the stars of the show, but never get the award. Black Americans. And we're asking ourselves, man, what's going on with my people right now, man? There seems to be something really wicked happening in the Black American community, man. And listen, I'm not going to be one of those people that just get along, goes along and get along, man. That's not manhood. Manhood is standing on your own, man. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And let me tell you this, man. I've noticed. I grew up in the Black community all my life, so I've always known that it was almost like being in a gang. And I guess every community is like that, right? Whether you're Italian, you're Irish, you're Arab, whatever the hell you are, it's like being in a gang. Here's the problem. My gang, I realized a long time ago, ain't really a gang, or it's a really bad gang because there's no real like unity, there's no loyalty, and maybe no gang has that. Maybe that's just humanity. Maybe it is. I can see that. But in my community, the things that we push to the top have always been confusing and conflicting to me, at least since the 90s. Well, after the 90s, in the early 2000s. I really want to say, it's like two different worlds we've been living in, the world before 2000 and the world after 2000. And those two worlds are almost complete opposites of each other in a lot of ways. Like, luckily, as a 51-year-old, yep, the Gemini is 51, turned 51 this year. There was a time growing up, man, I didn't think I'd reach. See, growing up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, I didn't even think I was going to make it to be 25, let alone live another 25 years, 26 years after the 25. It was really that dangerous. It was really that, like, disheartening. Like, but then when you hit the 2000s and you see what's like new, this is way more frightening than any of the things I dealt with in the pre 2000s. And I'm speaking specifically about like a Black American community and growing up in New York, but I'm also talking about other people too, because New York City has always been like Puerto Ricans on this side, blacks on this side, Chinese on this side, Italians over there. So just growing up there, you involved with the world, and that leads. Listen, people that are listening, and I appreciate you for listening to me. There's a lot of issues at play here. And it's very important that like America actually understand what's happening here. This is what's being done to the Black community, what you're seeing happening. It's been in progress for the last 40, 50, I mean, 40, my whole life. I think about back in the days, and it was proud things. I remember when I was younger. We were really outside, like these fools today out here, like fighting for Palestine. But it was just natural. It was natural to like as you're a black person, you from a certain socioeconomic background, you in the hood, basically the hood, you from the hood, you going you going to side with things whether it's right or wrong, and you or whether you even know what's going on. You just know, oh, word, they black, okay, all right. Right, all of a sudden we love Ethiopians because we heard about blacks going to Italy to fight in world, and to fight for Ethiopia. We just get caught up in that. I'm getting to a point. I'm getting to a point. Let me slow cook. I'm gonna slow cook on this one because it's a lot of thoughts in my head about this black community and what it means. It's not just the black community. It's really like this progressive liberal left community. And
The thing is, they own us. They own us. Like that liberal, that progressive liberal left, they've owned us for a long time. I get it. I get it. We have been taught. Like I was a little boy, and when Reagan was president, and I remember as a little boy, without knowing anything about politics, anything about these issues in any kind of way, I literally thought that George Bush, the father, not the, I mean, not George Bush, Ronald Reagan was the Antichrist. I thought he was the devil. Like, it was no doubt about it. You couldn't tell any black person that Ronald Reagan wasn't the greatest enemy to black people in the history of mankind. Like, he's on levels of, I don't know, what's the dude? Anyway, so how does that happen? And I see it today. For those of you who don't know, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. Okay, I teach middle school in rough communities and really rough communities. And I've always taught in the hood. I've always taught black, immigrant kids, Spanish. Like I've always been in that. That's what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about the culture. And I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I was raised in them same projects as a lot of the kids I teach. I recognize the same symptoms of the same disease that I had. I had, and I see the few that might make it. Just like in some ways, my little crew was the dudes who kind of made it. I think in a way because I'm writing a book about this too. People be on the lookout in the future. Um, about my little crew. My little crew. It was a crew of us. Me, my boy Jamel, my boy Ricky, my boy Rollin, and Charles. It's five of us. Kind of like we all lived in the same projects. Our families knew each other. We all became ball players except one, the one who didn't want to play basketball, he wound up going to prison, running around, wanting to be a wild dude. But us, the other four, we did it the right way for the most part. Even while getting in trouble here and there, we never did anything big. We went to school. We were normal bad, not outrageous bad, or we kept our bad private. We didn't do dishonorable things, even if we did foul things sometimes. We might do something foul, but we tried, we understood like right and wrong. We understood like when we walk around old people, we gotta like be quiet, you can't curse, put your cigarette out. Like we knew these things, man, and there wasn't nobody. So I'm saying we were all of us were raised, and I want to say that was through the church. Now, if you stay with me right now, because I'm all over the place. I'm about to change my channel to the polemic rant, like, and I'm all over the place. But I swear to you, it all leads to one theme, and the theme is the degradation and the destruction of the black community in America. That's the main. Everything I say, it leads to that point. And I am a proud black American, man. My heroes are Frederick Douglass. My heroes are Martin Blaney. My heroes are Adam Clayton Powell. My heroes are Malcolm X. Like these are the men. Man, I'm still somewhat like mimicking Malcolm X. My whole youth, from the time I was 16. But I was the cassette tapes. I don't know if any of y'all from New York or from the the hoods. The cassette tapes with had the speeches. I was listening to Malcolm X on cassette tape, man. Hours, lectures as a 17, 18, 19, 20-year old, 20. I was getting the glasses. It was all. So my point is, I guess there is a there is a certain type of blackness that got lost somewhere. It got lost somewhere. I kind of lost my point. Forgive me. So let me get back. The reason why I labeled the title of this video African or American. Let's get to the real stuff. This group is called Foundational Black Americans. I mean, by not led, but the face of it is Tariq Nasheed. Now, let me tell you, man, this has put me in a weird position, this whole FBA movement, which I love. When I first heard about it, I was so excited because I'm FBA. I like to look at myself as like real FBA. Like I actually always, not always, but longer than these dudes, knew that like being an American was very good. It was very cool. And I was very proud when I named those black people. I look at them as foundational people in American building. And we're the best country in the world. We're the greatest country in the world, in the history of the world. And guess what? Some of us lineage have been here from day one and the pre-days. My bloodline links to like the 16 something, the 1660s or something like that. So I'm here, my bloodline's in America before I even become an American. I mean, before we're even a country called America. Okay. And we've been in it day one. Even while the Constitution was being written, yo, the whole room was in there like, yo, what we gonna do with these black people, bro? Like, what we gonna do with them? Yo, we writing all these funny rules. Like this is what they don't understand where the real power of black Americans have been, where we draw our power from. Our power is in righteousness. It's not in degradation. We have no power. We're weak when we're just doing shit emotionally, when we're not actually thinking about the bigger picture. We think that's being a sucker today, but that's what gave us our greatest strength. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I know. But here's I'm gonna lose my point again. But too many of our people are ignorant. They are, man. I don't care. I might be talking. I know listen, anybody that has a problem with what I'm saying, I'm not the type of person you can just cut off now. Like, yo, just go away. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm cool with two people. I'm cool by myself, tell you the truth. But I know if I was pushing some free Carmelo Anthony, I'd have 100,000 people in this thing. If I was talking about FBA, kick everybody out, which I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. I see that's what I'm saying. Oh, I was talking about the FBA. Yeah, with the FBA, I am foundational Black American. But when I say Black American, I'm talking about Frederick Douglass, Martin Delaney. I think Tariq Nasheed is too. I don't think the followers are. I think they really globalist Pan Africans that they just angry because like immigrant they found out that the Democratic Party loved these immigrants more than they love them. That's the only reason they FBA now. That's the only reason. Everything else about them is like they still globalist Pan Africans. They don't like America. If you ask an FBA dude how they feel about their country, they're not gonna like in their hearts. They may say it, but they may say they like it, or but you could, well, most young people and most black people, they don't like their country. Or at least they say that. They openly say it all the time. So I'm saying, how you gonna be black and how you can't be foundational black without the America part. And the America part is like the whole history. And that's why I was getting into why to me, I've always been FBA, but they called me a sellout. We sellouts. The original FBA, the ones who was like, bro, we're not doing that Africa crap, bro. And I did the Africa crap. I did that. I did the, like I said, growing up on the Lower East Side in Manhattan in New York City, man, we were always involved in all of that stuff. Anything globalist, stuff going on in Africa, anything happening in some foreign country, if there was some brown people, the hood we was involved. I don't know why. We over here in the hood starving, unaliving each other every day, wilding out, kids failing in schools, but we worried about what's going on in South Africa. Madness. Madness. But this madness has been like happening my whole life, man. I swear to you, America. Let me know if anybody else feels the same way I feel, man. As a 51-year-old Generation Xer, I experienced like, I want to say like the 80s and the 90s. These were like, these were magical times in our memories, in our minds, because of what we see now. But they were pretty horrible times, bro. Like they weren't really good times. Like this was like high crime, high violence, high poverty, like worse than it is today by far. Like people were getting unalived in New York City by the dozens. Like just like every incident a dozen type. Chicago seems to be heading back in that direction. It's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time and a whole nother video. Hey, I don't know who's out there, man, but hey, I'm not even reading the comment section, so I don't know. Somebody's probably some lunatic lefty probably down there like cursing me the heck out. I probably should look. But hey, like and subscribe to the channel, man. Give it, give a support the real ones, man. I think, man, because it's everybody's out there saying that other stuff, man. Because it's to say the truth, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get ostracized. It's very hard to stand on your own against even your own people. I've spent my whole life, like I said, man. I'm a teacher. I work in the hood. I've been helping, not just, I've been on the front lines of helping black kids Spanish kids, poor white kids. Like, really, it's just about anybody, anybody that, and so, because I work in these bad schools, most of the people that I see are going to be what I just described. Black, Spanish. Down here in the South, even the whites are poor too. So, all of that being said, I work in these institutions and I spend a lot of time like uplifting the community. But because I don't agree with what s- some rapper or some like ex felon or some goofy feminist congresswoman, that somehow I'm the enemy and they're the ones. It's kind of like everybody loves Malcolm X today, but let's be real. Y'all wouldn't have liked Malcolm X. Like, black women love quoting Malcolm X, but Malcolm X was a conservative type of man. Men are conservative by nature, people. The Bible addresses that. I know the Bible, nobody likes the Bible either anymore. They don't like America, they don't like the Bible, they don't like any of this stuff, right? But the Bible addresses that. Men are masculine by nature, women are feminine by nature. There's all kinds of hormones and different things going on. We are not the same, people. We're not the same. We're not the same. And I'll go even further, even amongst the men and the women, we aren't the same. Okay? There's some that are better than others. Let me see what's going on in this comment section real quick here. Yo, thank you, Brandon. My dude, my dude, my dude. What is your favorite NBA team? Bro, okay, let me talk to y'all, bro. Let me talk to y'all, man. Let me see what y'all talking about. Uh, Cristiano Alexander. Who? What? Oh, well, that's some soccer stuff. I think I hear the students talk about what Cristiano. I don't know who that is. What's up? What's up? What's up? I played basketball, man. I played in college. I played against Iverson. I went to the Sweet 16, lost in the final shot against Allen Iverson. I think it was like 94. No, I went to Europe and played. I just wasn't good enough to make any real money off of it. But no, I'm a ball player for sure. I definitely played ball all my life. That's a whole nother like 4 hour live. Just like how basketball culture kind of shaped me and it shaped us into being, I guess, not kind of weird people. These like loony, like I don't know, like in sports, everything was like you get what you deserve. Like, but if they put you on the court and you don't perform, like you done. It's just nothing. And guess what? It ain't gonna be because you black and they white or you, because like a black dude gonna take your spot. Another black dude fighting just as hungry, just as hard, harder than you to take your spot. And see, that's kind of like a little, a comparison with life, like sports. That's something else. If you look at today's youth, most of the youth today, they ain't even involved in sports. They all think they're gonna be like online dudes, bro. They think that they're gonna make money, they're gonna be hot, and they're gonna go online. But they don't realize like everybody can't be hot. Like it can't, like that's against the laws of nature. But like if all of you do it, that in itself is gonna eliminate like a lot of people. Just everyone doing the same thing. But anyway, I'm ranting. Let's see here. What we talk about? What's your favorite NBA team? Yo, bro. Oh, bro. Yo, check out my channel, man. Gemini Lounge, man. If y'all out there, check out my channel. Yo, I hate basketball. I grew up playing it, worshiping it. Cincinnati, yo, what's up? Cincinnati, Ohio, yo, y'all wild out there. I just found out like how wild it is out there in that Ohio region. I ain't even realize it. WKRP in Cincinnati. You know that? You know that? But yo, I'm a Knick fan right now, man, and I'm not a Knick fan. I'm not a Knick fan. I'm not a Knick fan. Bro. I grew up hating Patrick Ewing. Thought he was a bum. Big 7 foot dude shooting threes, fadeaways, man. I couldn't stand Patrick Ewing. Okay, and I couldn't stand the Knicks. And I've hated them, and I've hated everything about them. I was a Larry Bird fan growing up, bro. Caught a lot of flack in New York City being a Larry Bird fan, but I saw it. I saw it. I saw like mentally what he was doing, bro. Like he was just out thinking dudes in this game. Like, and I realized I wasn't that great of an athlete. Like, I was decent athlete, but I wasn't no Jordan athlete or no Kobe. I ain't have 40-inch vertical. I was gonna have to use my brains to be successful in sports. I was gonna have to outthink opponents. I was gonna have to figure out. So I was like, yo, why try to be Mike? I can't be Mike. There's nothing I can do to be Mike. There's nothing I can do to be certain people. But what Larry was doing to these fools, I could do that. I could do that. I remember like 3 years of my life, man, like mimicking Larry Bird, like growing up, like everything I'm doing like Bird. I'm going here, pulling up. I remember this is in high school. Like that was my thing. I was like, yo, and I wish I would have stuck with that, boy. But I ain't really have no guidance, man. Nobody. But now I'm a Nick fan. Why am I a Nick fan? I'm not a Nick fan. I'm a Brunson fan. That's it. To tell you the truth, I don't even watch basketball. I haven't watched real basketball other than this championship in the last maybe 15 years. I haven't watched. I watched watching the Knicks playoff run is the most basketball I've watched hourly, like amount of hours, than maybe the last 15 years of basketball. Basketball is trash. It's globalist. It's bullcrap. I don't really want nothing to do with it. So, like, it's just garbage product. It's a bunch of goofies running around out there shooting threes. It's just no heart. It's no substance. That's what the world has become. See, all of this leads back to that. This is like how we're being like the culture is being pushed towards everything is pushing our culture towards like no fight in us, no honor, no integrity, no deeper meaning. Like everything is just real soft, and I hate it, and I hate it, and I hate it. And in basketball, there's no greater representation of the softness of America than basketball, than the NBA. Okay? Like that's it. That's the softest thing happening. There's tougher dudes in the baseball fight. They fighting more in baseball. But I'm back to like Brunson though, bro. Like, listen, man, I like that dude, man. I like him. Like, I like him more. I think he represents it the right way, man. This is a man. That's a man's man right there. He's a serious dude. Everybody needs serious. Listen, I ain't as serious as Brunson, bro. Like, I'm not even that. I don't have that ability. Like, I'm something. I provide some other powers to the team, but you need that like serious dude on that team, the leader, man. And watching that little dude, man. I don't care what they tell me. He look like he's 5'9" out there. Watching that dude go out there and perform and like do his thing, I was like, yo, this is basketball. And this is what the fans want to see. We don't want to see 7 foot. I mean, we want to see the 7'4" freaks. We want to see that too. But that ain't like we're not looking for that every day. We looking for rivalries. We looking for beef. We looking for like dudes who got a problem with each other. We looking for war because this is like a play. This is like a Shakespearean play. That's what sports is. I hope I ain't going above a lot of y'all, man. Like, it's sports are not there for entertainment in that way. The entertainment is expressing human and the regular common person's problems. In like we identifying in that sport. We're watching the weak beat the big, or we're watching the big conquer the weak year after year after year. It's not about like just going to find a freak of nature, man. And that's the point that these globalists, these corporations, and that's what globalism is. But see, I'm gonna be all over the place, man. It's y'all fault. When we used to talk about in hip hop back in the 80s, man, the five percenters, man, like Prodigy, everybody was talking about Illuminati. Illuminati got my mind, soul, and my body. Secret societies trying to keep their eye on me. These are hip hop lyrics again, showing you how that's for me, my group. Like I'm 51 now, so you got a bunch of 50-year-old goofies out here in a lot of ways. You know, like there's a lot, like we're like Generation X. I don't know much help we could give to the world because we kind of were like the first injected with this new age globalist bullcrap that kind of got us all over the place, not knowing who we are, worried about everything but what's in front of us. Yeah, I get that a lot. That I look like Karl Malone. I get that a lot. Yeah, yeah. What's the other one? This dude too. Yeah, I've been getting Karl Malone since I was a young. I'm gonna tell you. But you want to hear a story? A true story? True story. I went to college in Utah. Okay, that's where I actually, I went to school at Weber State before it got lit with, before it was lit with Damian Lillard. I think we lit it up first. My little group, and I wasn't no star. I was a scrub. To tell you the truth, man, I wound up getting kicked off the team, so I ain't even gonna hype it up like I was something big. No, that was my like. I always had like I always got I always read what is it? I couldn't deal with authority figures. I didn't like people talking to me crazy. Still don't to this day. It's the way I was raised in my culture. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Again, you see where it leads again to? I'm trying to show you, I'm being honest with the world about how I can see how my culture, how I was raised, creates the product that I am today. I went to college just happy to be there, just to be out the hood, be away from like, just to be out the hood. And everybody, that's what else are you supposed to do? If you play ball, you go to college. You play on TV, you try to go D1, you play on TV, you get a shot at the league. That's the story, bro. There's no other ending. There's no other ending for most kids in the hood. Well, at least in my day, it was like that. Today, I see down here in the South, I see football is that. Like up north, it's basketball. Down here, it's football. And I see it. All these dudes, I'm looking at dudes, man, they in seventh grade and they like, yo, I'm going to the league. I'm doing it. I'm like, word, word, like, word, you going to the league? Word. You better study that math, my dude, bro. You better go get a plumbing job, bro. You got a better shot at being a millionaire through plumbing than trying to fight to get in that NFL. But that's again cultural, cultural. I never like. There's so many other things I could have did with my life. Jesus Christ! But you only can do what you can see. If your box is small, you can't even see what's outside of that box. It's like a wall around your whole life. And I couldn't see that there was more to life than sports. What else did I want to be? A teacher. And that's what I am. And that's what I am. Let's say, what's up with Metz's? I don't know what the hell that is. Oppenbra? I don't know, bro. I don't know what language you speaking. I don't know what you're talking about. What's going on here? Nasty Nad? I don't know what that means. Oh, Nasty Nad, Cincinnati. Yeah, yeah. But where was I? Where was I, man? I done lost my point, man. I don't know. But I guess going back to the theme of this, Jason Whitlock on a show, you've some of y'all probably seen his show. I've always had a love-hate relationship with Jason Whitlock. Like, because I've become Jason Whitlock. Oh my God. It's crazy. I've become Jason Whitlock. And I get the same beef he gets. And yet I don't even like Jason Whitlock. But we agree on like 99% of the things when that comes out his mouth. He this week has been pushing masterfully, in my opinion, this narrative of when we're looking at this Carmelo Anthony case that has happened, that's been already adjudicated, found guilty, 35 years, I believe. He has the possibility to get paroled in 17 years. This episode in America has revealed a problem about American society that's going to be really like end game type stuff. We have this case was clear cut to me. I don't know. I don't know. Again, if you think Carmelo Anthony is innocent and he got done wrong, me and you are not going to be. We're not going to get along. We're not going to get along. I can promise you that. So right there, right off the back, like whatever I've been saying that you like, if you think that Carmelo Anthony is innocent and he was done wrong when he has the possibility of getting out of jail for unaliving this dude over some nonsense, and he could get out in 17 years, but somehow you think he's the victim. If you're one of those people, I don't really think me and you will never click on any level. You see what that does? That eliminates me from like 85% of the black community. Simple decisions like that. Because 85% of the black community, I'm just making numbers up. I don't know real numbers. I'm just throwing out what I think. 85% of the black community think Carmelo Anthony is innocent and he was done wrong and all the oppression, these people are nuts. And I'm saying, if you're one of those, you are crazy. Something is wrong with you. And I don't even think I think psychological, we now call it psychological. We used to just call it evil. Okay? We used to just call it evil. Now we got all these psychological terms to make up for the terms of evil. The black community's reaction, the displays of animal-like behavior, from making memes of urinating on his burial grounds. Bro, we don't do that. We don't do that. When the hell did we start doing that crap, bro? This is, and you see, these are little kids out of control, but who's leading these little kids? It ain't no adults. So who's leading these little kids to do dances, to come up with new dances and stuff about like stabbing this white boy in the heart? But just for the heck of like what? Who's leading our culture? Jay-Z, Jay-Z, Sexy Red, NBA young boy. He's running things. But I'm telling you, man, listen, again, I teach middle school. Bro, seventh and eighth graders, they outside at the NBA YoungBoy concert. I don't know how they let them little kids in there. I don't know how that's allowed. They parents are allowing it. The city and the government is allowing it. Yo, it's outrageous. But yo, NBA YoungBoy, these are like demons, man. Like these are demon spirits put on us, man. I'm gonna get biblical on y'all because the Bible ain't about no the Bible. See, all this people are so simple minded they can't think deeper. That the Bible ain't necessarily supposed to be taken literal, but it don't mean that it ain't the truth. Okay, it ain't. It doesn't mean it's not the truth, but it doesn't also mean that you take it literal. You have to think. Okay, you have to have understanding. You have to have knowledge before you have wisdom. To all my 5%ers out there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how. Like I'm telling you, I watch it in the school system. Like we're creating the problem. We are allowing. It's not we. And the thing is, it's always. I'm gonna tell you, it's women, bro. It's women. It's women. It's women. It's fucking. Oh, no, I don't even want to curse, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even want to curse. It's women. These corporations have pulled the greatest chess move on society ever by empowering women. Empowering the spenders, the emotional thinkers, the emotional spenders, the emotional whatever. And that's not to say a lot of men ain't that way because we've been raised by y'all. A lot of us ain't been raised by a man. We've never been around men. We don't know what men culture is. We only know women culture, especially in the Black American community. Okay. So what is the game plan? What you empowered women, you split up families. Most of these black kids out here ain't living with their daddy. That was like that. And yeah, I was talking with my man about this, man, and I blew his mind because he don't live with his biological stepdad. He didn't grow up one. He grew up, but he wound up liking the dude to the point where he considers him his father. But and he started thinking about it and started naming like everyone. He was like, damn, nobody had a male figure in the house. This is not a TV show. This really happened. Can you imagine being in poor communities ran by women as a boy? Can you imagine that horror? Where you put a bunch of emotional women who don't really have much power, but the power of that household and that little impoverished community. They don't have power on the world stage. They don't have power to get jobs. They don't have power to actually make things better. But they have power to tell you what to do or to run this little shack. And that's what the corporations did. What that did was it put men and women against each other and all for the sake of giving money to the corporations. And they sold it to us as feminism, enlightenment, progressivism. They sold our own shackles to us. No more family units, people. It's over. It's over. It's over. When we talk about like Rome and Greece, I mean, Rome, places like Rome, how did it end? And it always end from within. Our politicians got their head up their behinds, man. These conservatives, Trump out here, man, Trump out here acting a fool. And I support Trump. And I still would vote for him today. Because again, who is the Democrats offering? Who are they offering? Who are they offering? Kamala Harris? That's who you go offering? DEI? DEI ain't never helped me, and I'm an American going back hundreds of years in this country. I do service. My whole life has been dedicated to helping through academics, education, and all of these things. There's nothing on the table for me. I'm a teacher and I'm out here starving in the summers, bro. I'm out here starving as a teacher. America don't got no money for me. They ain't got no bonuses, no money, all of this crap. But but I'm supposed to sit here and be cool with watching people who don't even like got any real stake in this game. They just popped up running their mouth. Yo, that's not a white black thing. That's an America versus everybody else thing, bro. And that's why I don't understand. And that's the one thing, that's where I was before with the foundational black Americans. That's where we align. I was just happy that there was a group of black people that finally wanted to, I thought they would like vote more red now. Okay. That they would actually start to learn about like American, let me tell you, hey, I used to run with them Sonetta dudes. Like, and shout outs to Sonetta, House of Consciousness. My boy, Q Butter. I used to roll with him heavy. I'm actually on one of them videos on 125th. That's what I'm saying. This is like 15 years ago, bro. Like, yours truly, the Gemini, Tatanka. Bro, I've been in every aspect. Moorish Science Temple. I done did the 5% Nation. I done messed with the Muslims. I done even dabbled in a little masonry. I mean, I done did it all, bro. Just trying to understand. I just wanted. I'm not in, bro. I'm not loyal to anything but knowledge and truth. I'm not gonna be in anybody's gang. That's my point, bro. I ain't in nobody's gang unless you gotta be you gotta be God, bro. God, that's it. It's the big dog. I'm only working for the big dog. That's the only person I could work for in that type of loyal way. Everybody else, eh, you never know. I might turn on you. But the point of saying is, yeah, I've been in all of those cultures. I've raised in these black churches, went to these black schools, grew up in the invention of hip hop, was raised in that culture of hip hop, went on to do the Bill Cosby, the the different world thing, because that's my culture. We all Spike Lee. Oh no, yeah, Spike Lee with School Days. Oh, Ice Cube, no, with higher learning. Oh, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you understand how the culture leads the people in a lot of ways. So when you see black people acting a fool in America, you have to go to the one thing, the culture. And the culture is a culture of degradation. It's full of anger, it's full of uh, delusion. Like this group, I remember I did a video. I mean, nobody watches my videos, man, but I did a video about how it's impossible for us to have been here before Columbus, like Africans or black American slaves, whatever you comfortable call it, describing us as. Okay. But like we were not here before Columbus. We were not, bro. That's the stupidest, most ludicrous like thing. And this is where like me and Tariq Nasheed, that's one of the issues. That's one of the big issues. I'm losing respect for Tariq Nasheed. But I don't know if I get that hustler vibe from him. He's just hustling. And I hate to believe that, but I know most people are like that. Even people who tell you and they act like they're good, most of them are really just hustlers. They can't help it. They can't help it. It's their nature. But like this is what I mean, the delusion of it's impossible. We are not just Africans. See, that's another lie they tell you. We are not just Africans, people. We are sub-Saharan Africans. There's all kinds of people Africa. They not all black because you want them to be. That's the thing. Like we forcing everybody to be what we say. Oh, nah, man. Some white man lied about that. That ain't true. What I think is true. You know how stupid and crazy we sound with that? Well, back to we're sub-Saharan Africans. We're not Northern Africans. We're not Eastern Africans. We're not even Southern Africans. These are all Africa's a huge continent. I don't think the maps give it justice. And I don't think it gives it justice. Like you don't understand that you can be different groups of people in the same continent. Like you can be like really, really different groups of people. I think a lot of Black Americans don't seem to understand that. Yo, like and subscribe to the channel if you're watching, man. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. Because all my videos are like this. They're just polemic rants, as my professor had once told me. She told me, She was like the chair of the history department. She said, "Don't go into polemic rants." I was like, I like polemic rants, but I can't do them on papers, so I just come to the internet and do them. What did you say? Europeans was the first race to ever exist. But listen, that doesn't, bro. I'm not doing that, bro. I don't care. But, honestly, I don't care. I don't know. I don't care, bro. You want to do some petty arguing about who's first? Who cares? I know that there's a human race. If you want to cut it up into colors and all of that, cool. That'd be cool. You're gonna meet some people on the other side doing the same thing, buddy, and they just as ignorant and worried about the wrong stuff as you are. And that's why we are where we are today. Now, listen, I ain't no pacifist. Don't get it twisted. If there's beef, let's let it be beef. I actually want to get back to the old beef, buddy. To tell you the truth, I miss the good old days when it was just black, white in America, like beefing. I miss those days, buddy. I do. I hate that we got all these new people to like that. Now you got me uniting with dudes like you. And that's the crazy part about how times change. I'm now more politically in line with the rednecks. The quote unquote rednecks. I'm a black redneck. I'm a sellout, buddy. So sure, the white people were here first. Now what happens? Now what? Nothing in science says that, brother. This isn't me doing a black rant. It's almost impossible for that to be. Now, maybe if you're claiming Neanderthal, like, and I'm not even being mean now, like, I'm being literal. Like, if you're claiming I don't know if I think Neanderthals were before, um, Homo sapiens. Yeah, I think so. So it is, and but all Homo sapiens came out of this is science, bro. This is science not made up by black people, not made up by white people, not only white people, Asians, everybody that does serious science agrees. Nobody's out there saying, yo, nah, man. The only ones who are saying it are the same crazy people. See, on the white side, y'all got crazies too. I get it. I get it. Y'all so worried about a fake power you never even really had. You so worried about maintaining that you get all like illogical. Well, that's you know what? We learned from you, brother. Ah, come on, buddy. Don't say no. I see somebody's stuff got blocked. What did you say, brother? I said, I know what you mean. I miss I miss it the most now. I gotta pull my rope on this. I ain't even mad. Yo, YouTube, man, let him say his stuff, bro. Yo, let him say his stuff, bro. YouTube don't want you to say that, bro. I love it. I love it, bro. I loved it. It was simple, bro. It was simple, man. Bro, hey, yo, y'all ride by on your pickup trucks and yell stuff out the back. And we catch you slipping in them cities and, we get the lick back. Everything made sense, bro. When it was us and y'all banging it out here in these American streets, bro, like y'all taught us well, man. Y'all taught us well. Y'all taught us how to get a shotgun. We got shotguns too, but we learned to get it. We learned everything from y'all, buddy. So thank you for all thank you for teaching us how to deal with this crap. But I'm saying, brother, y'all out here, you got dudes from other countries about to take y'all country. The country you worried about. Y'all was so worried about us. When to tell you the truth, brother, we probably got to fight together to save the country. Tell you the truth, man. You ain't got no. Just like a lot of blacks don't understand, the white American is our greatest ally. You white rednecks, y'all need to realize the black American dudes like me, I'm your greatest. You ain't got no other friends out here, bro. These foreigners want to crush you more than they want to crush me, brother. They ready to work with me. They'll work with us. They'll make a deal with us. Every country in the world that hates America will work with us. And guess what? All of those progressive liberal countries like France, Germany, the ha 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 there. All of Europe is all they getting cuckolded. They getting cuckolded by North Africans, bro. Like, so brother, you better let me see what you saying, man. YouTube don't want to let me show your stuff. What you said, bro? I said, what he say? He said, yo, Europeans, the first race to ever. Okay, yeah, I remember saying that. All right. Well, you mean I missed the Okay, that's old stuff. Okay, you're quite welcome. I'm very much obliged, but I think we could take care of this war alone. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, we shall see, right, buddy? We shall see. Right now, I don't know. The scoreboard ain't looking too good, right? I mean, nah, I'm joking to a degree. Listen, the problem with like, let's talk to the white guy here. Who is this guy? Brian? Brian Price, my man, my man. What year you are? 19? Wait, no, something. I don't know what year. Yeah, Brian, bro. See, the problem, I'm really here to help you, bro. Because I don't think y'all get it. See, you talking tough like the black dudes in Chicago that was like, yo, we don't care about the National Guard. Yo, the National Guard, bro, they gonna see what we about. You kind of sound like that, Brian, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Like, don't be delusional, man. The government is the government, man. You don't see what they did to the South? And that thing we call the Civil War, bro, that's government. That's for like white boys trying to talk tough. And you saw it wasn't blacks that did it, bro, because you got to remember, you got beef with your own people. This whole idea of liberal, progressive, and against conservative, this has been going on in your own culture for thousands and thousands of years, like in the Western culture. This will always be there for you. We're just third party witnesses. We're the Native Americans. Like the French bought some and said, hey, fight with us. The English went and got the other ones and said, hey, fight with us. That's all we all in this game. You're right, brother. It's all about you. But how many powerful empires have came crashing down because not because you aren't united. Bro, I could get a bigger army of progressives that are way crazier than your group today. If I clicked up with them commie liberals running around New York City, Chicago, LA, bro, these dudes are psychopaths, bro. Like, you don't understand. They're soft, they're weak, they're not tough, they won't beat you in a one-on-one, but they will be the most like they're some of the most wicked, wicked type of people, bro. I don't like them people. There's no honor, so I don't roll with them. But I'm talking to Brian Price right now, bro. Brian, you don't understand, bro. It ain't gonna be me that's gonna do it to you. It's gonna be your own people, just like the Civil War, buddy. Come on, man. What you talking about? All right, all right, all right, all right. What they said? This message. Oh, somebody said something crazy, I guess. Okay, you're not the largest minority. Okay, whatever, bro. Again, I don't know, Bob. I don't understand your point. I'm not the largest minority. The Mexicans are gonna bury us for what? Why would they do that? Like, why the Mexicans? Bro, I get along with Mexicans. Yo, I date a Spanish chick, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Yo, I don't know what Mexicans you know. You see, you talking prison stuff. Yo, Bobby, you was in prison. You was in prison, bro. Like, yo, keep it real, Bobby. You definitely giving me prison energy. Like, what prison politics you talking about that the Mexicans are gonna bury us, bro? Like, that's prison politics, bro. Listen, if the liberal white government don't want that to go on anymore, they shut it down tomorrow. That's a couple of FBI raids, shut it down, bro. You don't understand, bro. Damn, and that's the thing too, America. A lot of these, like this dude here, bro. These people here talk. I assume they white people. I'm assuming they white people, but they just as ignorant as our ninjas, bro. Like they just as radicalized, but they don't even, and they're not doing the math either. There's the logic has left them too. I teach a lot of kind of like kids, from the white communities in the South. They test their reading and math scores ain't that high either. Matter of fact, the two groups that are plummeting the most are just basically black and Americans in general, black and white Americans. We're like the ones getting, bro. You don't even see the big picture, bro. You still worried about 1800 beef. You still worried about 1800 beef, and you ain't worried about radical dudes from other religions and countries, my dude. Dudes who have vowed to destroy this country one day. They ain't got nothing to do with me, black and white, bro. They want to do black and white America, the whole thing, buddy. So I think you're overestimating your numbers. I think you're overestimating your team. But hey, hey, who am I, right? Who am I, man? Every fool or great man had to take a gamble, right? I guess that's going to be yours. Okay, but you said okay, the Mexicans, yeah. I don't know, that's cool. Yeah, I ain't worried about no Mexicans, bro. I think, man, I'm cool with the Mexicans. Yo, you bugging, bro. I don't think you understand. Yo, Mexicans, bro, these dudes are the raza, bro. These dudes, like, they just as crazy as we are, bro. They don't like you. They don't like you, Brian. They don't like you. They just doing street politics with us, man. We beefing over money. We beefing over who owns what block. Like, like this is my neighborhood, that's your neighborhood. Like, our beef ain't nothing deeper than that. That's it. And the truth is, the white boys have kind of empowered them in a way where because they outnumbered, like in prisons and stuff, that they click up with them. So it gives this appearance that y'all together, but like most Mexicans I know, they cooler with me than they are with you. They might be hustling you, brother. But if the Spanish dude hanging out with me is out of love. He hanging out with you, it might be business. I'm just saying. What's that? What? Peace to the Moors. Who the Moor? Who is that, bro? Who is that? Yo, who's this? Boo, are you what dumb? I don't know. Okay, bro, I don't know. I don't know what does the Moors got to do with my life? What do the Moors from what Morocco, North Africa? See, that's what I was talking about earlier, bro. That ain't you. If you a Black American, you ain't a Moor, my brother. You are a sub-Saharan African. We was on rivers. We wasn't in the ocean, bro. We wasn't like hanging out and talking to foreign countries. We was all the way under the Sahara Desert, buddy. Buddy, Moors are above the Sahara Desert. Do you know what the Sahara Desert is? Do you know how impossible it is to really like be? It separates worlds, peoples, cultures. Bro, go back to school, bro. We ain't no damn Moors, bro. I hate that stuff. Yo, we Egyptian too, right? Yo, y'all, bro. Yo, just be an American, bro. That's the best. Yo, to tell you the truth, that's the only thing you could sell me on. You ain't no Moor, and you ain't no Egyptian, and you ain't none of that crap, bro. You're an American. I digress. You said peace to the Moors. To have to agree to disagree to you, buddy. All right, Brian. All right. Hey, Brian, we all gonna see. That's the beauty about life, man. If we live long enough, we all gonna see who was right and who was wrong. I'm telling you, I'm usually about 85% right. I'm usually about 85% right. But but brother, I don't want you. I don't want the destruction of you. I don't want that, bro. I'm telling you, like, wake up, brother. What you saying here, man? What's going on here? We do most of the we do more at 5 a.m. than any other. Okay. And who's we? You French? Who's we? You French, buddy? Huh? You with Wemby in them? You a Frenchie? Talking about we? Who's we, buddy? You know how many? Yo, bro, I could take you on a walk right now. We outside. We could go down the block. I could show you mad homeless white boys, bro. I could like there's more of them than there are like the immigrants. Like really, like literally a block away, nothing but homeless white dudes. I could show you a lot of white people that ain't doing really good, Brian. And I feel for them. I really do, man. I could take you to some schools, Brian, bro, where the white kids, woo, it's bad, bro. I feel for them more than I feel for any black kid. I don't know what world you in, Brian. Brian, bro, Brian. Go outside your neighborhood and look around. Go to a big city and look around. There's a reason they're called big cities. It's millions of people who live there. Go to the countrysides of Georgia, Alabama, or West Virginia. Buddy, let's be, come on, my dude, bro. Like, I'm trying to help you, really, bro. Like, cause you got it all the way mixed up, thinking that there's some kind of power within you. See, you bring, see, I'm joking, I'm having fun, bro. But you see how, like, I don't know, that could be a black person. Brian could be a black person trying to trick me back into going to war with the American white man. That's what they want to trick her. That's how the devil plays, man. Brian probably black woman. She don't want me to align with the white American man who is an American who likes baseball, basketball, football like I do, who drinks beers, we eat burgers and steaks like I do. I don't eat that exotic crap. I don't care. I don't eat no African food. I don't eat no Caribbean food. I don't eat none of that. And if I do, I'm doing it for fun and experience. It's not what I eat every day. But somehow you want me culturally to identify with them? Nah, nah. So Brian, man, I know you a black woman, Brian. I could tell, bro. You hiding, bro. You hiding. We do. He said we do more at 5 a.m. That's funny. White is right. All right, Brian. Now you're starting to troll. I know what's not in my neighborhood, buddy. I know who's not. All right, I'm not gonna let Brian. Hey, Brian, bro. Hey, you know what, Brian? Keep talking, man. I love you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Because nobody else talking in the chat, bro. Keep it going, bro. He's hey, bro. Brian Price, bro. Listen. Who is this? Boo, are you dumb? Yo, I'm MAGA. I'm MAGA. Proud 3 times in New York City. I voted for Trump in New York City. First time when he won, when he came. That was me. I'm MAGA. I'm gonna make America great again type black dude. I go back with, bro, I'm early wave, bro. I'm just not famous, but I was outside when Candace first started. But you remember this dude named Kingface from the hood? I'm Kingface. Yo, like Kingface was like the black dude from the hood out there saying how crazy this liberal stuff is, bro. He was a hood dude. That was kind of like my image, bro. Nah, bro, we early, man. I'm early MAGA, bro. Proudly, proudly, proudly. And it's I don't worship Donald Trump, but I love my country. You see, I'm just as much of a see. This is what y'all got to see. This is a great thing. I'm glad Brian is here, honestly, because this is like a great example of what's going on right now. Brian's a redneck, but I'm a black redneck. I feel the same way Brian do about everybody. I feel the same way Brian do. Brian, look at your black brother, Brian. Your black brother right here, bro, because I feel the same way. I don't like nobody in this country. I feel like this mine, bro. Like I feel, like the way you feel like this yours, I feel that same way. I really do. And I'm going by like bloodline 1600s here. Okay. Like I could show you my family's like where we lived, worked in Savannah, Georgia, South Carolina. We here before America. Okay, I could show you my family now. I don't know what you. I feel like just as much ownership of this country as Brian does, as a redneck. I assume. I assume. I assume. I assume. Okay, that's what I'm saying. To be real, FBA, you got to be a black redneck, bro. You got to be a black redneck. You got to hate everybody. Everybody got to go home. Let me tell you something, man. Yo, I date a Spanish chick, man, from another country. But yo, that don't mean I don't want. I want everybody in her country coming here. I don't want that. No. Uh, and this goes for white, black. I don't want white people here. I mean, whites from other country coming here. I don't want blacks from other people. I don't want nobody coming here, bro. Like, cut it off, bro. Close the borders, all the borders. Close it off. We already, in my opinion, we already as diverse as we need to be in America. We got enough of everything. We could stop now. We don't need to keep adding to this pot. We got about 100 different cultures already in this damn country. There's enough people to procreate, build, like work your way to the top of the system. But let's close this goddamn border off all the way around. I don't want nobody from any country coming here. See, Brian, don't you agree with me? Brian, I know me and you on the same page, bro. But you can't get rid of us, Brian. Like you can't get rid of Black Americans, foundational ones. Sorry. Well, you could, but you're gonna have to take it. You're gonna have to take it, like Pooh Shiesty said. That's you know. And then that just starts the whole game back over again, you know. And it'd be like no progress. It'd just be like, okay, back to square one. What's up, man? What's up? Do you know that America was sold? Yeah, I get it, bro. Listen, man, I know. Listen, I'm born and raised in New York City. I dated a Jewish girl who was anti-Jewish, and her dad is an anti-Jew, but the family is. I know my people, the Jews. I love the Jews, bro. They are a crazy mix of people, bro. They are crazy, mad genius people. Mad genius people, man. Let me tell you something, man. Bro, I got nothing but love for the Jews, bro. Like the Orthodox ones, not the liberal progressive ones that run Hollywood and run corporations. I know those are to me. That's like Antichrist. I mean, that's Christ. I mean, that's Antichrist. That's devil stuff over there. But you know, the Orthodox ones, man, my black hats, man. Bro, yo, they really living the life, bro. They out here living what they preach. They not like us. You too, Brian, white Americans. We all fake white Americans out here. You got you got flag community LGBTQ as your preachers, and you cool with it. Same thing in mine, black American, but we both suffering from the same disease. We ain't standing on 10 on anything. Okay. We all out here using false doctrine and we cool with it. And guess who's leading it, Brian? It's your women, Brian. Brian. Let me talk. Brian, are you still there, bro? I see you, bro. What's up, Brian? Yo, Brian. Yo, get your women in control, bro. That's the problem, man. That's the real problem, Brian. You over here worried about black men, bro. Like, you better get your women in control, bro. Can you control your white women? Them progressive white women? They the ones like doing you the worst. They the ones empowering your enemies, bro. Hey, Brian, I ain't you talk to your women, your daughters. You can't control them. You think you control black people? But we can't control our women either, bro. But our women are led by your women. all for the corporations, Brian. So answer me that, Brian. Can you control your women? Can you get them? Listen, you and your war would be won. Now I'm talking about white women, Brian. I'm talking about white women. I'm talking about white women. The real leaders of the progressive, communist, socialist, sellout, the all of that crap, all this garbage stuff that's going on has been led by white women. They like behind corporations with white women and black faces. White women and black faces. That's a quotable. Black women and white women and blackface. Damn, that's a bomb right there, people. That's a bomb. White women in blackface. Yo, shout outs to anyone that's stuck here, man. That's stuck here, bro. Even my man Brian, bro. He talking about nah, mine. Yeah, yours, bro. Yours. They all yours, bro. The Hillary Clintons. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, you might as well claim AOC in them too, bro. Okay. Like I said, it's in blackface. When you look on TV, you see a bunch of black women. You see the Jasmine Crockett's running their mouth. You see the Maxine Waters. But only, listen, progressive white people are the ones who give us the money to win elections. If you're a liberal black, we ain't got no money, man. Ain't no black people putting no money towards you people. You crazy? Ain't no black people. I don't care. We could have billionaires. We don't do that. We ain't giving no money. We selfish people, bro. We ain't giving no money. So if a black person is even a candidate and on a serious level, why do white people got to be backing them? Because that's where the money at, buddy. So you in it, bro. Brian, can I get a clap or a thumbs up for like, am I making a point, bro? Oh yeah, the Jewish thing, bro. Like, oh, I was talking about the Jewish thing. Yeah, bro, I'm cool with the Jews, man. Listen, man, America is a corporation. This ain't even something like big to say at this point. This is just normal common sense. America's a corporation, bro. Like I realized it. It broke my heart when I realized it that we're just a body. We're just hey, Brian. Thank you, buddy. We're just a like the country of America is just a physical place for transaction, and that's why they don't mind the citizen being this multicultural like why yo, Brian, hear this out. This is important, Brian. This is why you about to lose your country or already lost it. Is the corporations want this to be a multicultural just place to sell product. Like it's almost like money laundering in a way or cleaning money. Like the American system, we're not a real country. And I'm realizing nowhere is a real country anymore. Look at what's happening, Brian. You better be worried, bro. You better be worried. Treason, I agree. I agree. I agree. The people who are doing this are treasonous, man. The people who are selling our country out to corporations, they are treasonous, man. But what I'm saying is look at Italy, look at France, look at England. Like these places are all being overrun. The natural identity of those places. Listen, I'm a person. I don't want to destroy any culture. I want all cultures to be in their proper like positions. Where you, I don't think you should be in like going into somebody else's culture and changing theirs. Like I think we all got our boundaries pretty clear. So I don't like the fact that a bunch of North Africans and stuff are running up into European countries. But I don't. Bro, I'm a black man in America, bro, and I feel that way. But there's enough people in England to vote the people in to say that's okay. And that's what I'm saying, Brian. How are you going to deal with those people? It's not blacks that are actually changing laws to let millions of illegals and immigrants from foreign countries that don't align with you. Because I agree, they don't align. A lot of these countries don't align with me as an American. They don't like the same. They don't worship the same God, which I think is a problem. That's a problem. That's a big problem, brother. I don't think that should be like ignored. That yeah, we're freedom of religion, but let's not get carried away. Like we all know what that means. That don't mean like everything. That don't mean you could come in here and be anti us. That just means you could do you quietly, and we ain't gonna go searching and looking and doing wild stuff. But freedom of religion ain't never meant you could come in here and just invade and like be like take over and like talk shit. Nah, bro, that it ain't never meant that. So when our government invites countries and people from different religions, what are they really saying? What are they really saying, bro? You and then go listen, Brian. Like you said, your neighborhood don't got none of them. You was bragging about that a little while ago. You ain't got none of them. But guess who? Guess what neighborhood does? Mine. The black neighborhoods, that's where they funnel in all these people, everybody from all over the world. That's why New York City, which was black when I was growing up, at least in my neighborhood, now it's nothing like Dominicans took it over and Haitians and all kinds, but it ain't black. Those aren't blacks you see anymore, Brian. These ain't the blacks of the good old days of the 60s and 70s and 80s, bro, 90s maybe. These ain't those blacks, bro. Those blacks don't exist. You're talking to the last one. Right now, Brian, I'm the last one. There's no more blacks, Americans, no more. We're all diffused. We're all like mixed in with like rebellious cultures. We don't have babies with other cultures because our cultures have been such a failure. We've been running the other cultures and not building ours while accusing others of doing the same thing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let me see here. What y'all talking about? Only the original people that was here before the colonizers came on board. What the hell does that mean? See, that sounds fancy, but it only the original people that were. Well, let me break down. I don't know what you mean by that, because like what? Ah, like they taught all of this in high school. They did. I swear to you, because I teach. They taught all of this, man. I know they taught all of this, man. You just did you take? Well, you know what? According to science, and again, maybe you don't believe in science, but then I don't know where you're getting your facts from. I don't know. You're just making it up, or you did your own research. You want me to believe you, whoever you? What is this? Who's this person? Boo, are you dumb? You want me to believe whatever you're saying over what books and scientists from many cultures and through many periods of time that they said this way, but you gonna tell me another way. So bro, every piece America, I don't know who the hell was in America before the Bering Strait theory. But according to genetics, science, and a lot of other evidence, it's almost pretty obvious. Native Americans are Asians that crossed the Bering Strait. And due to different climates, different environments, every human is going to adapt to the sunlight, to like the lack of sunlight, the more sunlight, the different environments make your bodies and stuff change when you're in a period. But so who are the original people? Asians? Like people from like Siberia, like Asians from over there. Those are the original Americans. But they were Asians until they crossed over that bridge. There was no American. Bro, this is what I'm saying. I don't know where to go when people start trying to be smarter than they are. I don't know what to do with y'all. Because you say stuff like with this fact. Oh, okay. I might have to. You're going to just say Moors now. Oh, I know who you are. I know who you are. Let's see here. Potentially, and okay, what you said, man? They said your stuff is potentially inappropriate. What did you say? Oh, Brian, my boy, yo, Brian, why they keep trying to, Brian, bro, they keep trying to not let you talk, bro. I feel the same way, man. They trying to stop our freedom of speech, brother. I don't like it either. Let's see here. You fellas need to learn how to control your women before. Nah, bro, you got that wrong. See, we ain't gonna control our women. We can't control our women, Brian. We can't. We can't. There's nothing we can do because our women get their power from white liberals, Brian. Like, like we can't cut off the money faucet. You see that like 350-pound chick who was stealing garbage cans in New York City after the Knicks won? Did you see that? That chick was making $350,000 a year to be a DEI representative for like I don't even know what a Goldman Sachs or some big corporate. So they picked this sloppy, nasty, despicable woman just because she's a minority, and she went in there and talked about how for billionaire, the number one banking, I think it was like the number one banking in the world. This is who they're hiring, and guess who they are, people? Guess who they are, Brian? Those are white people hiring her. Those are your people. They don't like you, Brian. Bro, Brian, the corporate whites don't like you, bro. How long? Don't you know what the Revolutionary War? I mean, the when we fought against Britain, man, that was really about like elites versus elites. That was over like they don't care. Like the elite, you don't have a team, Brian. But let me see what else you're talking about. But yeah, but bro, you gotta like control your women for me to control my women because my women are following your women. This is a fact. Let's see who else. What else here, man? What's going on here? This message is helpful review. Brian, again, man, they just won't let you speak, Brian. If I catch any of them in my neighborhood, they better have a rake or yeah, we might have your rake, your lawnmower in our hands, bro. You're right. Well, I'll get one. Yo, bro, we will just take your rake, your lawnmower. That sounds like a deal. I'll have a rake and a lawnmower in my hand. That's no problem, brother. How about a bike and a car? Huh? I'll have a bike and a car. How about that too, huh? Yeah. Bro, you ain't ill. First of all, bro, I'm black American, bro. I'm from New York City. Bro, I don't do lawnmowers and I don't do rakes. Okay. I don't do lawnmower. Nah, I joke. I'm a country boy at heart. I'm a country bro. Say yo, bro. Now I'm gonna block you, man. Stop saying this more crap, bro. Oh, you got a whole Allah thing. Boo, are you dumb? Dumb Ether Abdul Allah. Oh, I gotta block you, bro. You sound like you dangerous, bro. Yeah, I gotta block you, bro. Like you scary, bro. I don't mess with dudes that got Allah and stuff I don't do that, bro. I remember 9/11, bro. You gotta go. You got to go, brother. I don't play with them people, man. I don't play with them people, man. I don't care if they over there or they over here, man. The black ones are just crazy, man. You go in these cities, man, all these ex-convict dudes coming out, Allah, this, and that, bro, trying to act like they could. Bro, dudes couldn't pass basic math, but now they want to speak goddamn Arabic. It's crazy, bro. Now these, at 40 some years old, they want to learn how to speak Arabic. They didn't, oh, man, I don't even want to mess with them people, bro. People crazy, bro. Let's see here. Let's see if yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I did, yeah. Anyway, people, man, I'm out of here, man. I've been running my mouth, but yo, thank you guys for hanging out with me, man. Give a like and subscribe, man. I'll catch you later, man. Peace.